welcome you all to the Class of 2021 graduation ceremony. Today we will be honoring our wonderful class of seniors and all of their accomplishments throughout this past year. I'm so grateful that despite difficult circumstances, we are able to be together for this occasion. I will keep this brief as we will hear speeches from all of our wonderful seniors. An education at Long Trail cultivates multi-talented learners. At our time at Long Trail, we have persevered through challenging classes, played difficult games, and contributed to a multitude of extracurricular activities. Each of these has culminated in making us the individuals that we are today. At the beginning of our senior year, we all worked collectively to submit over 180 applications. Many of us will continue on to matriculate into wonderful schools as we further our education. I have no doubt in my mind that this class of seniors will accomplish amazing things in the future. A class as diverse as ours, full of future musicians, politicians, lawyers, bankers, and teachers, just to name a few. I will deeply miss seeing each of my classmates' faces in the hallway, and I'm excited to see all that they accomplish. On behalf of all my classmates, I'd also like to take a moment to thank all of the faculty and staff that not only made this graduation possible, but fostered a wonderful education for all of us. Without further ado, let us celebrate these incredible individuals. Seth will now join us on stage to share a few remarks.
Thank you, Estella, and welcome. Members of the class of 2021, at this moment of personal and societal transition, we offer today 4 points of recognition. We start by remembering all who suffered from COVID-19 and honoring all who have experienced racism or other injustice. We next recognize all those who have stepped up to help our school community weather this crisis. These heroes include your teachers. Thank you. We honor our school's founders, Dave and Rene Wilson. Finally, you would not have reached this milestone were it not for the support, care, and love given by your parents and families. Thank you for enabling us to be on this journey together. I could not be prouder of each of you for who you are as human beings and for your pride and drive that have brought you to this day. Your spirit and commitments to one another drove the societal expectations that empowered Long Trail School to be open for live instruction for all interested students 5 days per week. Whatever turns your path takes, everyone here today will always love you, and you will be welcome home on campus. At Long Trail School, we inspire and develop lifelong learners for a bright tomorrow. You will be leading a generational reconstruction. In a time of disruption such as this, fresh approaches will come from you. You have shown your resilience, adaptability, and patience. Now your creativity will flourish in frames both local and global. You have already hinted at your boundless promise. This class has earned acceptances to a sensational set of 91 colleges. If my math is correct, you have devoted 25,920 hours to your teams and teammates through interscholastic sports. You have offered 5,185 hours to community service through the International Baccalaureate Creativity Activity Service, CAS program, National Honor Society, Student Council, ambassadors, clubs, and other venues. Your class is about the excitement of transformation, about cultivating that fusion of knowledge, motivation, and ethics that will equip you to generate change. Wherever you go, each with your own particular gifts, may you be a true servant leader, learning with the same curiosity as here at Long Trail, principled, caring, faithful to justice, and eager for truth. On behalf of our faculty, Board Chair John Mosier, and our trustees, go well, class of 2021, so that your work and your walk in this world will always make a difference.
Thank you, Seth. The members of the class of 2021 would like to share our reflections, visions, and musical performances with you. McKinley will start us off, and each graduate will introduce themselves.
Good afternoon. I would like to share with you a poem by Shel Silverstein titled The Voice. There is a voice inside of you that whispers all day long, I feel this is right for me, I know that this is wrong. No teacher, preacher, parent, friend, or wise man can decide what's right for you, just listen to the voice that speaks inside. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Alex. I used to attend a very structured Catholic school with a dedicated nap time from 12 p.m. to 1:15 p.m. every day up until the first grade. After the first grade is when my life really changed. I had to stay up from 6 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. But this gave me more time to learn, meet new friends, experience new things, and even discover Long Trail after the 6th grade. My first experience of Long Trail was in the middle of the summer in what is now Colleen's room after taking my math placement test. I didn't think I was that great at math because my previous math teacher used to use our old math class as a therapy session. He ended up winning over the woman's heart. But after the math placement test, Katie gave me a tour of the empty halls of the school. Having 2 full soccer fields, a tennis court, was a big change from the small fenced-in yard at my old school. I wasn't sure if I liked it, but my parents enrolled me anyways. The first students I met on the new student orientation day were Ben Spiro and Sean Bottoms after they woke me up in the back of my mom's car. I had just come from lacrosse practice and I thought sleeping was a better idea than meeting new people. They introduced me to teachers and showed me around the school. With people filling the halls, it felt much more lively. From that day on, Long Trail has become my home, and the people in it, my family. LTS has taken me from the Grand Canyon to Washington, D.C., and all the way to Genova, Italy. My friends, my classmates, have been such a big part of my life. I see them every day in classes, at meetings, and after school at practice. We have shared so many memories together, and I hope we can share more in the years to come. After 6 years of knowing you all, I cannot express how happy I am to call you family. I have grown with all of you over the years, and I am sad to be leaving our daily adventures, conversations, and memories. I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Good afternoon. In my 6 years at Long Trail, I've learned a great deal. Now as I start the new stage in my life of attending college, there's so much more to learn. There's an analogy that I wish to make in terms of my future. As many of you know, I enjoy metal detecting in my free time. I believe that my experience in starting college will be similar to this. Leaving high school, I have only a little information to inform me of what my future will hold and what I will find at college. Likewise, with metal detecting, I oftentimes only have information that's limited, such as the tone of the detector and the numbers that's on the screen of the detector, before I go digging for a target. While in some respects, this lack of information about my future could be a little bit disconcerting, I chose to look at it with excitement because I know all the new things I'm going to learn and discover at college will be very exciting as well. I strongly believe that Long Trail has prepared me for what lies ahead. There's a lot I still have to learn, however I know I'll be better prepared thanks to what I have learned here. Thank you to everyone here at LTS who has prepared me for my journey, and thank you to my family and incredible friends who have helped me along the way as well. I wish you all the best and thank you again. And remember, there's no such thing as bad weather, just bad clothing.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tim Keeler, and I just wanted to take a moment to express my gratitude for everything that Long Trail School has done for me. Whether it be the wonderful opportunities that I've been provided with, the support that I have been given, or the great memories that I have made, I have so much to be grateful for. I first heard about Long Trail in the 6th grade when I was in elementary school. It was one of the 3 options that I had to pick from once I left the 6th grade. I never really considered attending Long Trail School, as all my friends were going to go to MEMS, so I ruled it out. However, this all changed in the 5th grade. The 5th grade was one of my toughest years of school ever. My mom suggested that I look at Long Trail, but I decided against it as I felt that I wouldn't know anyone there. As the school year went on, things got worse, and it became apparent that attending another year at the school wouldn't be a good idea. So from there I decided to schedule a visit at Long Trail School in order to check things out, which was one of the best decisions that I ever made. Every person I met there was so kind and so nice, including every student and every teacher I met, and it was something that I hadn't seen at my elementary school. This really made me want to go to Long Trail. Throughout my years at Long Trail, I have learned so much, made lifelong friends in both students and teachers, and become more confident in the person that I am. I'm really going to miss Long Trail as I start the next chapter of my life, but I will be forever grateful to this school and cherish all the memories that I have made. Thank you.
I'm Molly. So good afternoon, guests, trustees, faculty, and fellow graduates.
I would like to first thank my family for being here today. My mom, my dad, my brother, my grandparents, and my extended family. You have all helped me grow and become the person I am today in innumerable ways. I would also like to thank all of my teachers for the experiences they have given me throughout my 5 years at this school. So, thank you. All right. My grandfather, Milton Sanderson, has been my inspiration for as long as I can remember. He has taught me so many things in terms of how to be a better human being, as well as how to make a difference in this world. The day I met Deb McDonald 5 years ago, the first thing she said to me was, "Your grandfather is an amazing man. I've known him since high school." That was 40 plus years ago. Let that sink in. Sorry, Deb. This goes to show how one person can impact another's life so profoundly, and how one man has inspired generations of individuals. Almost 12 years ago, he was refereeing my elementary school soccer game at West Rutland, and the second my friend Catherine saw him jog onto the field, she called him the cutest teddy bear she had ever seen. This resonated with me, and I began to see him as others do. I am amazed by how many lives he has touched. Not only does he inspire me to become a better person and persevere, he inspires everyone else around him. Every person I meet, whether at a new job or a new teacher at my school, the first thing I ask is if they know who my grandfather is. I do this because I am proud to tell them that he is my grandfather, and I love to hear the stories people share about him. For as long as I can remember, my grandfather has always been there for not only me, but for his children, family, friends, and his loving wife. There hasn't been a day where I am not thankful for all he has done for everyone. He tells me stories about his life and how much he has accomplished, which drives me to strive for success and leave a mark on this world just like he did. No matter how many words I speak or stories I tell, it will never amount to the utter love I have for this man. And I obviously don't have enough time to say everything I want to. I hope you know how important you are to me. I don't say this enough, so enjoy having the spotlight during my graduation. I hope this wasn't too much pressure. I will do everything I can to be diligent and strong during my future endeavors because I want to make you proud. You truly are a bright light in this world and will always be thankful for everything you do for me. I love you, Papa.
Hello, I'm Henry, and good afternoon. Okay, so I'm having writer's block, so my senior speech is going to be about how I'm unable to, at this current moment in time, write a speech to save my life. I can't think of any words or how to put them in coherent sentences to express some cheeky points about how witty I am or how I've grown as a person, but to be honest, I can't think of anything that would do. For years I imagined that this speech would be my magnum opus and validate my whole high school career, but I guess not this time. Trying to write my speech reminds me of various play productions I was in. As stage manager, most of the times I was running around from one job to another, acting like I knew what I was doing, trying to hide the fact that 7 windows open on my computer and trying to understand the chicken scratch I had for notes. And just like with this senior speech in theater, with help from other people, I was able to grow and become more independent as a student. I mean, Deb has looked over this speech and given it the okay, so I know it's not complete garbage. For all the people who have helped me grow through theater, sports, and academics, thank you for all you've done for me. To my family, thank you. I thank you for the love and support you have always willingly given me.
Hi everybody, my name is Jaren Gallo, and I'm a senior graduating as part of the class of 2021. I know it sounds cliche, but I really never felt like I would truly make it to this point. Not that I would flunk out or anything, probably, but being 18 years old and a senior in high school always felt like an indescribable amount of time away. But today, it's all behind me. My plan from this point on is to attend college in pursuit of my dream of becoming a professional musician. For the longest time, I was unsure of what I was even going to do with my life. But the last few years, my love and passion for music jumped to the forefront and became what I most definitely wanted to do with the rest of my life. This leads me to my first couple of thank yous to some very important people in both my high school career as well as my personal life. I'd like to thank everybody who has been a part of my experience at Long Trail, but for the sake of time, I'll come around and thank you all personally. There's still a few I'd like to mention while I'm up here, though. To my family, my parents who have provided me with everything I could ever need to become both an aspiring musician and a full adult. and to my brothers and sister for being some of the greatest friends I could ever ask for. Thank you to all the friends I've made along the way. You are all some of the best I've ever met, and I hope we keep in touch wherever our futures take us. Thank you to all my teachers who have been with me along this journey. I'll always be grateful for all that you have given me. Lastly, I'd like to thank Long Trail itself for providing me an opportunity to learn in the way I did, meet the people I met, and grow as a person. My journey is far from over, and at this moment it feels like it's the ending to the beginning, if that makes any sense. But I'm grateful for the experiences I've had, and I look forward to seeing what the next steps have to offer. Thank you.
Hi guys, my name is Ben. Good afternoon. When I think back on all that Long Trail has given me, I often reflect on the lessons I've learned during my 6 years here. In addition to an outstanding scholastic education, I will forever carry with me the life lessons and values I've learned here at LTS. First, I've learned from my friends, some of whom I've gone to school with since kindergarten, the importance of being myself. From getting locked in a tunnel in Italy, to late-night car rides, to massive airsoft wars, I'm thankful for the experiences I've had during my time here and how they've shaped me as a person. I'm so grateful for the many long-lasting friendships I've made here, and I'm excited about what this future holds for us. From my teachers, I've learned the value of hard work and perseverance. Every time I didn't understand a concept, they were there to support and guide me. They motivated me to not give up and instead work hard to be the best student I possibly could be. From Scott and Seth and all those who were instrumental in my college admissions journey, I learned the importance of planning and seeing things through. From the very conversations I had with Scott as a freshman, he helped me plan and strategize to make my collegiate dreams a reality. For this, I am extremely grateful. From Mackenzie, Courtney, and Jody, my club advisors, I learned the importance of leadership and vision. In ambassadors, student council, UNICEF Club, National Honor Society, Model UN, and others, I learned to lead and work with others to improve my local and global communities. From my coaches, Tim, Luke, Brian, and Kenneth, I learned the value of teamwork. Even during games in the snow when we were down by 10, they were able to inspire and motivate us to come together as a unit to achieve great things. From my grandparents on both sides, I learned the power of hard work and sacrifice. Their strength to leave their homeland and to immigrate to a new country and work every day for decades to create a better life for their family serves as an inspiration for me, as well as a testament to the power of hard work. Lastly, I'm grateful for the innumerable lessons and values I learned from my parents. I would not be here where I am today without them, and I'm extremely grateful. I'm thankful for everyone who has made my high school experience so memorable, and I'm truly grateful I had the opportunity and privilege to attend LTS. Thank you. Also, I'm going to read Martin's speech because he's in China, so. Hello everyone, I'm Martin. I'm really having a lot of emotions connected to my graduation. I never thought about this moment much and it came so fast. This year has been hard for everyone, especially for me studying in China right now. A lot of things are going on in our lives. Don't feel sad. I think we should never give up. At this stage of learning, I still have to be clear about my direction. I am also slowly accumulating experience. Some things need to be further emphasized. When I graduate, there are many opportunities. At this moment, I need to continue to work hard. In future studies, I need to take the initiative to do well no matter what I want to do. We should think about our future and pay attention to us. The high school years of study have shown how fast time passes. I am excited for graduation and yearning for university life. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Maya. I'd like to start this off with an apology, as this speech is addressed towards my own freshman self rather than the crowd before me. I came to this school an apprehensive 14-year-old, unsure in myself and my abilities, terrified of the prospect of entering a new school an hour away, knowing absolutely no one. And to that 14-year-old, I'm here to give you a bit of insight on these years to come. And trust me, you have no idea what you're in for. Congrats, Maya. You've navigated yourself out of Rutland Town. You now have a clean slate and 4 years of the unknown before you. I know you're intimidated by new surroundings, but believe me when I say your peers are equally as unsettled as you are, as you're supposed to be your freshman year. Do yourself a favor and take the leap of faith a little bit sooner than I did. It'll be relatively smooth sailing from there. I know that you're insecure in your abilities, but never let anyone, especially yourself, undermine your self-worth. You're a passionate person. Don't let anything or anyone take that away from you. Devote your time and energy to the things you feel fondly for. It will surely be worth it in the long run. Don't be afraid to confide in others. Just always remember your biggest ally is yourself. In doing so, quit stressing yourself out by attributing self-worth to inefficient means of measurement. That being said, stop comparing yourself to others, to a GPA, or to a test score. You're on your own path these 4 years. I know now you're probably rolling your eyes at me. Discard things that are keeping you from being your best self, and be tranquil when the universe removes these things for you. They happen for a reason. This is a major transitional stage in your life. You're supposed to be constantly growing, changing, and adapting to your surroundings. It's all leading you to where you're supposed to end up. Eventually, things will fall into place naturally, and everything will start to be much clearer. Start saving for college earlier on, as you'll be pleasantly surprised to know you'll end up in a college at a quite expensive city. While you're still in this small state, unique within itself, take advantage of everything. Never miss out on an impromptu school night sleepover, and don't take for granted those late nights driving around aimlessly because you claim there's nothing else to do. You might be right, but one day you'll long for those nights back. I would say to start managing your time better, but that's an endeavor I'm yet to be proficient in. Maybe in 4 years I can check back on that. And lastly, when you'll eventually be up on your graduation stage, speaking before the crowd, don't forget to take a second and take it all in because you deserve this. Thank you and congratulations to my fellow classmates.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lucinda. Dear LTS friends, faculty, and family, as my time here comes to an end, I find myself amazed noticing how much my class, as well as our Long Trail community, have grown together throughout this pandemic. It is such a great thing to face so many challenges to our education and the flow of life as we know it, and come out stronger and better for it. It is my pleasure and my privilege to have spent my last 2 years with such an accepting, kind-spirited, well-rounded group of individuals. Whether it be social justice, environmental activism, or impressive feats of athleticism, it is so clear to me that each and every one of us have our own call to action and admirably rise to meet these challenges with consistency. Standing here today, I consider myself exceptionally fortunate to have been enriched by so many of the opportunities that LTS goes above and beyond to offer us, and have these unique experiences supplemented with the support of loyal friends, dynamic teachers, and my close and extended family who have uplifted me through it all. As this new stage of life peeks over the horizon, I send my love and best wishes to all of us looking towards the future. From humble beginnings to happy endings, I think of this not as a goodbye, but rather a TTFN, ta-ta for now.
Howdy, I'm Cade. Nice weather we're having. I moved to Vermont 2 days before the start of my freshman year. That's it. 1 weekend to uproot my life, acclimate myself to a new state, and enter into a school where I didn't know as much as a single person's name. I would be lying if I called that weekend anything less than daunting. At the time, I felt the chance of me failing to adjust to life in Vermont, or of me failing to succeed in this new foreign school, was very high. I would argue that, had it been some other school in some other part of the country, that would have been a valid concern. However, I'm happy to say that when it comes to Long Trail and the community that's built up around it, this concern of the freshman me feels rather silly. Simply put, this is my attempt at an expression of gratitude towards the community here, to my family, my teachers, my classmates, my friends, to all of you who work together to help me put down my roots here, to those of you who offered the new, awkward, weird kid a place to talk and feel listened to the teachers who, for the past 4 years, have not just empathized but fervently rushed to my aid when I stumbled in their classes, to all of you here today, listening to me speak when you could probably be doing a lot of other, more productive things, thank you. The past 4 years haven't all been rosy, of course. Classes have been hard, and certainly taking the last year and a half of my high school education online wasn't something I anticipated. But while I can't say it was all easy, I can proudly say that no matter the difficulty, whether when it was withstanding those taxing all-nighters studying for exams, finishing that essay I really ought to have started about a week ago, or just grappling with those feelings of isolation and quarantine lethargy we're all too familiar with by now, I always felt the gentle pressure of the hands at my back, pushing me forward, believing in me, and telling me that no matter how isolated I felt, I was not alone. Commencement reminds me of that first weekend 4 years ago in a lot of ways. The future I'm looking forward to is, again, daunting. A new school, thousands of new faces, a new city. For the first time in 4 years, I'll be without this community, without this support system, without all of you. I'll be starting over much the same as I did back in 2017, though this time I hope I would have a little more than 2 days. And though I hope to keep in touch with many of you, I am sure we both know it's not exactly the same as it would be if it was just a 5th year of high school. I can't bring you all with me, but what I can bring with me, however, is faith. Faith in my ability to create another home for myself. Faith that others will take a chance on me. Faith that I can take the lessons I've learned here and build the kind of community that has stayed me these past 4 years. So truly, thank you. Your lessons have stuck.
Hello everyone, I'm Emma. Thank you all so much for coming today. I have to be honest, I'm writing this speech in my head as I drive home from school Friday, April 30th at noon, 3 hours before I have to turn it in. Unfortunately, in a year of COVID stresses and IB deadlines, my procrastination skills have been sharpened to a deadly point, which deftly cut away any thought of writing the speech before the day that it is due. I'm sure that this valuable skill is one that I'm lucky to have developed in my high school career and will use throughout my college career. I only have 2 minutes for this speech, which is far too much time to say nothing, but nowhere near enough to say everything I want to tell you about my time at Long Trail. It seems that this moment in my life is full of such contradictions. As I look around at the faces of my classmates and teachers, I can't help but think how much I have learned from all of you and how close we've all become over the past 6 years. But at the same time, I can't wait to start something new. I'm ready to move on from the same faces and classes, but I'm terrified of the unknown. There's comfort in knowing what each day will look like. I can map out every exchange I will have with my dad on the way to school, every knowing look Audra and I will share in bio class, every frustrating argument I will have with Soren, every inappropriate joke Henry will whisper in the back of English. This routine has been one that we've all perfected over the past year, and it has created the best memories of my life, but I'm ready to move forward. I'm scared to let go of all this place means to me, but I can't spend another day here. Or maybe another day is all that I want. Another messy morning meeting, another loud German class, another biology Kahoot victory, or another play rehearsal that makes me want to pull my hair out. I really need to leave, but I also can't imagine being anywhere else. However, in a much more real sense, I have to go because my speech is now very late. I'm finishing this on March 15th, and Deb has threatened to come to my house, and I do not doubt her willingness to do so. Goodbye, everyone, and thank you again.
Good afternoon, my name is Damie. Good afternoon, I'd like to read a poem I wrote for this occasion. The title is The End. Life is unmoving. My childhood is over. No one will ever be there to take care of me. I am on my own. My life starts anew. I constantly move from place to place. My soul is ever changing, ever evolving. Imagine being the same person, the same personality for all of your life. That should be one's worst fear. The unyielding agony of being one person, one character, one personality, one opinion, one array of ideologies. The cap, the gown, the procession, the long speech, the pictures, the rude awakening, the memories of the past mistakes, choices that can never be remade, the path forging ahead, the world changing, or me changing the world. Am I genuinely willful enough to make it? Am I as unique as I think I am? Can I genuinely reshape a whole country? Will the world bend to my will? Or will I have to claw my way to the top? Am I where I should be? Are my accomplishments enough to make me happy? What is happiness? What is joy? What is life? How are my communication skills? My eyes constantly glow in the sun, the warmth filling my whole soul. Is this what success will feel like? What does it feel like to earn something wholly by yourself? These questions I ask myself day in and day out, all leading up to some fictional end in which I assume that I will have no problems, no worries, no anxiety. Will this fictional day come? I am doubtful. I will hope, dream, and wish. Till that day, I await.
Hi, everyone. My name is Lily. Was that Matt? Hi, Maddie. So I want to start off by saying congratulations to all my fellow graduates. Yes, I said congratulations. I imagine you're tired of listening to seniors coming up here and telling their loved ones thank you. Well, my speech is going to be the exact same thing, but I'm going to make this as fun as possible for all of us today. So as every graduate does, I need to express gratitude. Thank you to my family, my grandparents, my boyfriend, and my best friends for making my years at LTS some of the best years of my life. Thanks to all of you, even my teachers, for helping me become the procrastinating, stubborn child I am today. I now know how to write a proper paper, do a little math, and blow a trash can into the air using liquid nitrogen. Thank you, Ernie. I've grown physically by 3 inches and academically by leaps and bounds with help from my amazing teachers. To my family, thank you for sticking around and not abandoning me when I needed you most, for making fun of all my tantrums from age 0 to 18. Know that they will never end, and you're stuck with me. I seriously love you more than anything, and there's nothing I could do to repay you for all the help you've given me throughout my years. My parents are the most incredible people in the world, and they are so loving and caring, and just thank you. My siblings, thank you, I guess. I'm kidding. I love you 3 weirdos too. I want to say thank you to my second family, the Willettes/Diegos, for taking me in as one of their own and caring for me as much as they do. To my boyfriend and best friends, Jaren, Jamie, and Josh, thank you for dealing with me and running around the school causing trouble and being questionable role models for those around us. Soren, Ben, Austin, and Timmy, thank you for many laughs and dumb conversations in and outside classes. And 2 best friends who are much older than me but were not able to attend, Sean Novak and Oscar Corgi, I have to thank them for helping me through my high school career. Even though they are not the best role models to follow in their footsteps, I still listen to them, and I still love them. I have to bring up one of the most important individuals in my life as well, Beth Bove. Beth had been there for me in my lowest moments, and I can honestly say with 100% confidence, if it was not for this incredible, loving, and caring woman, I probably wouldn't be standing here giving you this speech. I've also had the privilege of teaching middle schoolers and connecting with them, which has been hopefully a good experience for them as it has been for me. Long Trail has given me many opportunities, to mature as an individual, for which I am eternally grateful for going to Italy, Washington, even out west, and I'm going out west again this summer, and I can't wait to go. In all seriousness, thank you to everyone who has had an impact on my life and my growth, and thank you for listening to me babble about my time at LTS. I cannot wait to start my next chapter at RIT and visit all of you and watch LTS grow into an even more beautiful and glorious community. Thank you.
Thank you to all of our speakers who have spoke so far. We will get to the second half in just a moment. We have a few special awards to give out this time. I invite Jay to the podium to present the Debbie Brown Award.
Students who are nominated for the Debbie Brown Award take great pride in being part of the Long Trail community. The nominees strive to positively represent, promote, and support the mission of Long Trail School. The recipient of the award exemplifies the exceptional qualities that Debbie demonstrated, which include leadership, contagious enthusiasm, loyal friendship, and selfless participation in the school and community. I'll just say that the recipient of this award is someone that I've known for 6 years, and I'm sure longer, has been an incredibly welcoming person and a truly kind person, and someone who really, really cares about doing the right thing for their community, and I'm sure will continue to be for their whole life. And so I'm very honored to award this year's Debbie Brown Award to Charlie Tift.
Thank you, Jade, and congratulations, Charlie. Would Griff come up to the stage to present the Dave and Rene Wilson Award?
Good evening. The Dave and Rene Wilson Award is given annually to a member of the senior class who meets the following criteria. This student has created something of lasting significance within the school or community. They have exhibited an amiable personality and passionate dedication to the community. They are involved in many aspects of the school. They are well-rounded, and they have taken advantage of opportunities offered here at Long Trail School. Throughout this student's time at Long Trail, she has been an active member of the National Honor Society, has excelled as a well-rounded student athlete, and most recently served as the president of UNICEF. Without further ado, it's my honor to announce that the recipient of the 2021 Dave and Rene Wilson Award is Molly Sanderson.
Thank you, Griff, and congratulations, Molly. Would Courtney come up to the podium to present the Lts Citizens Award and the West Forbes Spirit Award?
Good afternoon. Congratulations, graduates. I'm here to present the Long Trail Citizen of the Year Award. Long Trail enjoys each year honoring a member of the Long Trail community who has given above and beyond. And how could we pick just one person after this extraordinary year? But when this person's name was nominated, it was a unanimous and enthusiastic yes. In Angela Duckworth's best-selling novel, Grit, The Power of Passion and Perseverance, she describes grit as the combination of passion, knowing what you want, and perseverance, hard work and resilience. It's about moving in a direction with consistency and endurance, like having a clear inner compass that guides all your decisions and actions. Our recipient has grit like no other, and she moves in only one direction, positively forward. At the start of the school year, when many were scared and unsure about coming back to school, her inner compass led her right through the doors, barreling away to help us with subbing and serving at the front desk throughout the entire year. Her endurance is remarkable. "No worries," you would hear her say. "We got through World War II and we're going to get through this." Her reverent approach to life is inspiring, and she models fearlessness for our students. Don't you dare try to bypass the hand sanitizer when coming in each morning. As a trained nurse, she exhibits integrity, persistence, and fortitude in her own lovingly gruff way. As a lifelong athlete and avid golfer, Joan is Long Trail's #1 sports fan. She can be heard sending off the softball team with words we can all live by. "Hit 'em long and strong, girls, hit 'em long and strong." I am so honored, we are so honored, the entire community, Joan, is so honored and privileged to award this year's Citizen of the Year to you, to the true grit, Joan Rizzio. I am also giving out the recipient for the Student Council West Forbes LT Spirit Award in honor of Barb West and Jeannie Forbes, and is given to a student who takes great pride in living the core values of Long Trail School: integrity, kindness of spirit, openness, social responsibility, and stewardship. This award is presented to Ava Witt.
Mary Ellen will come up to the stage to present the Dorothy Pierce Award.
Hi there. The Dorothy Pierce Award, Faculty Award, is given to the Long Trail faculty member who best exhibits former Dean of Faculty Dorothy Pierce's commitment to intellectual curiosity and education by offering creative and inspirational teaching. The recipient reflects Dorothy's lifelong dedication to educating students and implementing best practices in teaching. The recipient is awarded a stipend to be used towards professional development by April of the upcoming school year. The teacher will present his or her findings to the faculty at large about discoveries he or she has made regarding best practices or pedagogy. The Dorothy Pierce Faculty Award is decided by a vote of the Long Trail faculty. I'm honored to present this award to a teacher who engages his students in dynamic and hands-on learning. He has organized trips for students even under COVID guidelines. This person is a valued member of the admissions committee and connects with visiting students in meaningful ways, even if they're on an iPad. This person is all about connecting with the students. He meets them at their level. He's a true teacher in every sense of the word, and I am proud to honor Sean Dempsey.
Thank you, Mary Ellen, and congratulations to Sean. We will now get back to our senior reflections, visions, and performances. Georgia will get us started.
Good afternoon. My name is Georgia, and today I would like to read a poem with lines adapted from William Wordsworth and arranged by me. Of 4 long winters, and once again do I behold this place, that on a wild secluded scene impresses thoughts of a more deep seclusion, and connects the landscape with the quiet of the sky. The day has come when I again repose here on these school grounds, which at this season, with their late May lights, are clad in one green hue. Of towns and cities I have owed to this place, in hours of weariness, sensations sweet, felt in the blood and felt along the heart, and passing even into my purer mind with tranquil restoration. Its colors and its forms were then to me an appetite, a feeling and a love that had no need of a remoter charm, by thought supplied, not any interest unborrowed from the eye. That time is past, and all its aching joys are now no more, and all its dizzy raptures. But not for this faint eye, nor mourn, nor murmur, for other gifts have followed. For such loss, I would believe, abundant recompense. Wilt thou not forget that after many wanderings, even a year of absence, that these woods and fields, this green pastoral landscape, is to me held so very dearly. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mamie. About a month ago, I sat down to write a short piece about my time here, but I found it much more difficult than I would have previously thought. Long Trail has meant so much to me that I didn't really feel I could convey it in just 2 minutes. I thought about all the things I have learned here, from what TikTok is, to how to throw a forehand in Frisbee, and to discover the structure of DNA. But perhaps the single most important thing Long Trail has taught me is how to articulate my thoughts. Each class I have taken has demanded a drastically different writing style. I have written flowery, concise, and occasionally redundant literature, elegant mathematical formulas, repetitive, grammatically incorrect, compare and contrasts, and beautiful flowing French. Yet writing about one of my favorite places continued to challenge me. It occurred to me that I was having trouble because I was trying to express feeling rather than fact. In my opinion, poetry is the best way to share feelings because the inflections and tone serve to capture and preserve emotion far better than words ever could. One of my favorite styles of poetry is the sonnet, and I hope that you enjoy the one I wrote to commemorate everything Long Trail means to me. High school, such a worrying thought, because IB students are often fraught, for knowledge rears its ugly head, and by May 21st, we're nearly dead. Yet commiseration brings together school-weary birds of a feather. Our LTS provides the perfect place where future friends meet face to face. Student numbers continue to increase because everyone wants a piece to be part of the community here, a family that grows year by year. And now the class of 2021 has finished exams. We are over and done. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Austin. 7 years from now, I will be at another graduation, this time from law school. I will be looking forward to a career as a civil rights attorney, and will always think of LTS as the place that made that dream become a reality. From the midnight debates with some of the brightest people I have ever met and probably ever will, to the countless opportunities that Model United Nations has provided me, this community has prepared me for a life of learning and potentially public service. All of this seemed impossible just 3 years ago when I found myself searching for a new academic home, a home that would finally challenge me academically, socially, and culturally. I am proud to say that I found that here, and that the plethora of opportunities offered have changed my life forever. From Columbia University next year, to law school, to career opportunities abounding, the future is bright, and that future has its foundations here. And for that, I thank my family for supporting me throughout this journey. They have been there for me and are obviously the largest reason I am up here today. I also thank my teachers, specifically Mackenzie Hunter and Deb McDonald, who wrote my college recommendations and Questbridge recommendations, and have been supportive figures throughout. Thanks to the school administration, especially Seth Linfield, for writing my recommendation for the Presidential Scholars Program, for which I was selected as a semifinalist. Likewise, I thank Scott McGrath, who was a tremendous help throughout the college admissions and Presidential Scholars application process. All of them have given me the opportunity to succeed academically on a local and national level. Finally, I want to thank my friends and fellow graduates. I will leave you with a quote from a man that many of you know I highly admire, Robert F. Kennedy. Few will have the greatness to bend history itself, but each of us can work to change a small portion of events, and in the total of all those acts will be written the history of this generation. And with that, I say thank you to all of you, as I know the impact of the LTS class of 2021 will be far-reaching and diverse. Thank you again.
My name's Jade. I'd just like to ask, how do we, as human beings, utilize the mysticism of existence? I've recently contemplated this question, as my personal development, during this year especially, has led me to the goal of immersing myself in the wonder, the beauty, the chaos and confusion that is life as an inhabitant of Earth. At some point, I looked back on how I've gotten to where I am today, and I realized that there was never a specific moment that happened to magically make everything better. I'm grateful that I'm in a place where, instead of waiting for high school, for college, for graduation, or whatever it may be, I can fully immerse myself in the experience of life. It is freeing to accept and embrace the path that one has chosen to take, to propel yourself forward on the basis of being firmly grounded in the enchantment of your existence. The exhaustion of being in a constant state of waiting to start anew takes its toll, especially because it's very rare that one truly gets that opportunity, and we have to realize the benefit in that. We've all worked so hard to get where we are, And even though our paths may be riddled with questions, fears, doubts, and supposed mistakes, those paths give us something to hang on to. Not to dwell upon, but material with which to build, something to gently recognize. I think many of us have a tendency to want to conceptualize every detail of life, to find ways to grasp and understand and use, and this isn't necessarily a bad quality. It's an antidote to our fear of the unknown. I've found that making an effort to integrate acceptance of the unknown into my way of looking at the world has unlocked a sense of freedom that I previously never knew was possible. With the help of a list of people far longer than I have time to read here, I'm constantly learning the infinite ways in which I can utilize the mysticism of existence. An existence so improbable, yet so unassailable. For that, I want to extend my gratitude, which only increases more and more every day. I'll finish with a quote from Sun Ra that I feel beautifully encompasses how I feel being here today. Love and life interested me so that I dared to knock at the door of the cosmos. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Abby. Hardworking is a term used to describe a person that is diligent or zealous in completing a task. Someone who is hardworking shows perseverance, empathy, commitment, and is constantly, regularly, or habitually engaged in earnest and energetic work. To some people, hard work means putting in extra hours, while to others, it is working more intensely. I would like to highlight one individual who I believe defines the term of hardworking. That woman is Mary Ellen Miga. Mary Ellen has put her entire being into bettering the lives of students here at Long Trail School. She has grown every academic program, chaperoned every school dance, helped out at events, and even volunteered to help with athletics. Mary Ellen puts in thousands of hours both in the Long Trail building and at home. I think it's safe to say we all share this opinion about her. Now imagine all of this love, care, and attention placed on two individual children. Mary Ellen is the best mother any two kids could ask for. She is literally and figuratively the reason I am standing before you today. My mom is the most selfless, strong, intelligent, and supporting woman I have ever met. My mom was my first teacher, my first guide, and my first leader. She taught me how to stand on my feet, how to walk, how to eat, but most importantly, she taught me how to use the obstacles life throws at me to grow. Everything we have been through together, we have come out stronger. I can't even begin to describe how amazed I am by my mom every single day. The obstacles I've watched her overcome, the sacrifices that she has made for me and my brother, but most of all, the unconditional love and support I have felt for the past 17 years. I owe everything to my mom for enabling me to reach not only where I am today, but who I am today. So thank you, Mom. Thank you for teaching me how to stand on my own 2 feet and how to walk. Thank you for being there for all the baby steps I've taken in life so far, and thank you for being here for my first big girl step.
Caught in my earring. Okay. Hi everyone, I'm Audra. It is 9 o'clock on the night of September 6, 2020. I am awaiting the following momentous day, the last day of summer before my senior year began. Earlier that day, I had finally conceived a way to go out onto the roof out my bedroom window. To paint the picture for you, this window is one with a crank that only extends about 45 degrees. I had always been fairly confident in the fact that I could potentially squeeze out, and more importantly, back in, but had never actually tried. Maybe it was the fact that my friend agreed that I would be able to, or that I was still procrastinating the last of my summer homework, or maybe that I was unaware about how completely scared I was to begin this significant milestone in my life. I went out on my roof for probably the 3rd time that day. I sat there, leaning against the exterior wall of my house, as I looked up at the stars, reflecting about life in general, past experiences, what was to come in that year, and all the uncertainties that I was on the cusp of experiencing. I don't remember exactly how long I stayed out that night, but when I finally came back in, a wave of anxiety washed over me. In some ways, my world had just expanded, and it no longer felt like my room was 4 walls protecting me the way they once had.
As I was drowning in the lack of control I was feeling, I called my dad and we had a long talk about the emotions I felt out on the roof and the aftermath back in my room. How I was scared and uncomfortable about something I couldn't really explain. In some ways, it was a new beginning, a new experience in an unknown situation. While processing my feelings, I was able to come to an understanding that uncertainties are not necessarily all bad. First coming to Long Trail as a 7th grader was a new adventure filled with unknowns. At the time, I was a shy 12-year-old, happy to have my 2 closest friends from elementary school with me in a frighteningly new environment. Long Trail, however, quickly became a home for me and has been a place where I have grown and evolved immensely. I want to thank my teachers I have had over the years, along with the other faculty who helped to make this school the special environment it is. The traditions ingrained in the school's culture, combined with recent ideas from the student body, give me hope for the potential that Long Trail has and what it will continue to offer to future classes. Much of the growth I have experienced in the past 6 years is largely due to the unique experiences Long Trail has provided. One of the most significant factors that impacted me and contributed to my growth are the opportunities I have had to travel. I was fortunate enough to go on the Out West trips led by Tim Smith in the summers before my freshman and junior year. They both became experiences filled with so much beauty, both in the nature I was surrounded by and in the people I shared it with. The trip before 9th grade helped me immensely in coming out of my shell and set me up for my high school experience. The next trip was similar in the way I learned more about myself with the help of the chaperones and the prompts and time for self-reflection we were given. The trip played a large part in where I am today, the self-growth I've endured, and the inspiration to continue trying new things and strengthening relationships and growing through my young adulthood and beyond. Although I have a lot to thank Long Trail for, this small community has also in many ways become a comfort zone for me. This combined with the fact that my classmates and I have been itching to be done with classes and assignments. It has become apparent that it is time to leave and embark on our new beginnings. I'm sure it will be easier said than done, but I am excited to start a new chapter and embrace the uncertainties that lie ahead. I genuinely wish the best of luck to everyone with me on the stage today. My hope for us all is that we can take what we have learned from each other, our teachers, and peers, and continue to challenge our comfort zones and be open-minded towards change and growth. Thank you. Hi, my name's Kylie. I'm going to read a short poem directed towards my classmates, titled Life Isn't Easy. As the days, years go by, you may find that your purpose becomes more complicated. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to be? Is this the right path for me? So many questions will fill your mind, but the truth is that you may never have these answers. But that's okay. Those questions are enough without any answer. Create answers by listening to your intuition, trust it, and make moves based on it. Life isn't easy, but the greatest thing you can do is trust and believe in yourself. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I can't believe we finally made it to this day. It has been a long and challenging road to get here. Long Trail has truly taught me so much, mainly that school is not just about academics, and there is much more ways to learn than sitting in a classroom. Long Trail and Someday Farm have helped me find my passion of teaching and farming. I want to put those two passions together and expose future students to similar experiences. I have met so many amazing people and learned so much from Scout and Someday Farm, including how to take care of all kinds of animals, how important and unappreciated farmers are. I would also like to thank Lily, Jill, and Amelia for helping me through high school. It definitely had its ups and downs, and we all learned and grew, especially with the new challenge of COVID. My Long Trail journey has been filled with amazing memories like airband, class trips, running the school store, prom, and many more. I've made lifelong friends here at Long Trail, and lost my place. I've made lifelong friends here at Long Trail, and I would even consider some family. I can't wait to see where all you go in the future. As Barry B. Benson said in the Bee Movie, outside the hive, flying who knows where, doing who knows what.
Hi everyone, I'm Estella. I'd like to congratulate once again all my fellow classmates. I'd also like to thank my family, my friends, and all my wonderful teachers for supporting me throughout my high school career. My family gave me the privilege of attending this school and living in beautiful Vermont. I'm inspired every day by my mom, dad, and brother and their encouraging, bright, and funny personas. My friends have always provided me with comedic relief, and this school has always provided me with endless support, academic enrichment, and exciting opportunities. I'm going to miss the encouraging atmosphere and all the smiling faces that I see every single day. Long Trail has come with a slew of surprises. From fall trips sophomore year to team bus rides to the out west trips, I've made so many unforgettable memories. While the International Baccalaureate program has provided me with a multitude of challenges, I would not want to have experienced it anywhere else. Throughout my classes, my teachers have always taught with genuine interest and an eagerness to help us and give us the encouragement we needed. Simultaneously, I have also received incredible support from my wonderful classmates through class discussions, shared study guides, and sarcastic humor. Furthermore, this school has allowed me to find all of my passions. I'll name just a few: nature, math, and running. I am proud to call this community my family. Thank you.
Hey guys, I'm Rachel. Graduates, family members, faculty, and staff, it is an honor to be part of this celebration to commemorate the memories and accomplishments of this incredible class of 2021. Today marks the day we complete an arduous 4-year-long journey filled with sweat and tears, uncertainty and doubt, and moments of absolute satisfaction. We somehow managed to endure the tragic impact of the coronavirus outbreak, from months of sleepless quarantine nights to social interaction only in the form of video chats. Over 3 years ago, I came to Long Trail with a vision of my ideal high school journey. Unfortunately, a series of events took place at home which left me lost and discouraged. While I didn't get to experience high school in the way that I wanted, I fully appreciate the teachers, students, and school that helped me make this process the best it can be. So thank you, teachers, for devoting your energy and time to us and their entire school community, for not only helping us prepare for the future, but for spreading positivity on our path towards academic success. Thank you, Deb Sheldon, for providing me with a welcoming place to stay and a year full of adventures amid a despairing situation. Lastly, I have a poem to read for my fellow graduates and anyone else who has any doubt for their success and achievements in the upcoming future. It is called "It Couldn't Be Done" by Edgar Allan Guest. Somebody said that it couldn't be done, but he with a chuckle replied that maybe it couldn't, but he would be one who wouldn't say so till he tried. So he buckled right in with a trace of a grin on his face. If he worried, he hid it. He started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. Somebody scoffed, "Oh, you'll never do that. At least no one has ever done it." But he took off his coat and he took off his hat, and the first thing we knew, he'd begun it. With a lift of his chin and a bit of a grin, without any doubting or quit it, he started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. There are thousands to tell you it cannot be done. There are thousands to prophesy failure. There are thousands to point out to you one by one the dangers that wait to assail you. But just buckle in with a bit of a grin, just take off your coat and go to it. Just start in to sing as you tackle a thing that cannot be done, and you do it. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Sophia. When we were discussing writing our commencement speeches with Deb, we watched a commencement speech by a man whose main talking point was that none of his graduates were special. His argument was that many graduates and students were exactly like the students to whom he was speaking, doing the exact same graduation all over the world, just like we are today. However, I disagree. I think each and every one of us graduating today is special. Mathematicians estimate that the chances of 2 people being born with the exact same genetic makeup is 1 out of 400 trillion. If that is the chance for just one of us to be born, the chances of us all being in a graduating class together are pretty astronomical. I would just like to thank the universe for putting me in this position because I've had an amazing time at Long Trail. I've loved all the trips we got to go on as a grade. I loved my classes, and I loved all my teachers. I tolerate everybody that I'm graduating with today. I'm just kidding. I like all you guys. I hope that we all move on to the kind of lives we want to have. Thank you to all of my teachers, family, and whatever higher power helped me to pass IB. I hope we all move on to the lives we want and make the world a better place. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Charlie. I don't want to start this off by saying I'm going to cry, but if I do, I think that would be fitting since I'm leaving home. Not home as in my little plot of land in Danby, but Long Trail School itself. I don't remember much about my first day here, just as many of you don't remember your first few months here on Earth. My parents, Shelley and Dana, you might know them, brought me into this school to update the masses a couple weeks after I was born. About a month later, it became my second home while I was becoming the school baby. Before I enrolled here, I went to the dances, watched and participated in air band religiously, went to LT summer, and played on the swings during graduation. As I got older, I stopped feeling forced by my parents to go to these events, and instead felt excited to get one more sneak peek at what my future may look like. I watched graduation so many times, each year feeling the weight of the shortening distance between that moment and my own graduation. It was always one of those things you don't think will actually happen. But it wasn't just graduation I was waiting for. It was becoming an ambassador, being granted the title of lifer, fall trips, morning meetings, air band, and driving the full length to school with my mom every day, rather than our chats getting cut short when we reached my elementary school. My ambitions have been forged by Long Trail's incredible ability to make anything feel possible, except for long division. In fact, long division used to be my biggest issue in 6th grade. I toiled and cried and pleaded with Yvonne to just bear with me as she kept telling me I would get it one day. And I did. I actually got a cool mint green calculator, but that's not the point here. You see, this school has taught me how to think, but not what to think. Because in order to create an independent person, you have to nurture them to be able to believe that they can accomplish things on their own. I was told to not do a bunch of thanking, so instead I'm going to give credit to the people I need to thank. I give credit to everyone here who's sitting through all of this. Thank you for listening. Deb, I give you credit for knocking down every single one of my self-deprecating remarks with an inspiring comment or a hug. I also give you credit for my painfully analytical personality. Tim, I give you credit for showing me parts of America I'll never forget and being willing to take so many teenagers out there multiple times. Netanel, I give you credit for being yourself and instilling the same nature in me. Anna and Estella, I give you both credit for staying optimistic in any situation. You've always made me stay positive. Alana, I give you credit for your contagious and powerful attitude. Abby and Molly, I give you credit for simply being willing to be my friend sophomore year. You've been my rocks. Dad, I give you credit for putting up with my relentless back talk and for encouraging me to play basketball. Thank you for reminding me to drop my shoulder when I need to. Mom, you deserve more credit than I can give you. For enduring the last 7 years of my tears while still managing to be the most inspiring woman I know. Thank you for being my best friend. And finally, I give credit to Long Trail for putting up with the class of 2021. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Long Trail. I'm Nancy, and I would like to say thank you to Long Trail School and the community for giving me an opportunity to attend here this last 4 years. I would also like to thank the faculty for being the greatest protectors of Long Trail and keeping everyone safe. I am beyond grateful for all of you. Thank you. Before I start, I'm sorry, I might cry in the middle of it, but firstly, I would like to thank my aunt, Jean, and her partner, Jim, for always being there through thick and thin with me, good times and bad times. I would not be here if it wasn't for you. My aunt, Jean, you are my biggest supporter, my best friend, and my mom. Sorry. I'm super thankful and blessed for the family, for the life, to have you in my life. And secondly, I would like to thank my grandfather and my dad, who aren't here right now, but are back home, for always believing me and always pushing me into doing things. Thank you. Lastly, I would like to thank the Sheldons, Jaren, for being the fun and big sister I've never had. I'm grateful for you and those two little munchkins that I see every day after school and on the weekends. I love you guys. Sorry. Deb, you are my role model, my inspiration. You inspire me to do things, to be independent, to be brave, and to take things into my own hand. Not only that, but you took me into your family and made me a part of yours. You showed me many of your family traditions and teaching me the toughest skills in life. Thank you for being a mother through thick and thin and into dark times. I don't know how I could ever thank you enough, but I am beyond grateful and thankful and blessed to have you in my life. Thank you, everyone.
Hi everyone, I'm Isa. Hold on, I got it. Good evening and thank you all for being here. I'd like to thank my parents and grandparents for supporting me through high school, and although I know each and every member of faculty and staff here deserves a thank you, I want to extend my special gratitude to Lori, Bob, Tom, and Dana for making this year a possibility. COVID-19 has been deeply stressful for all of us. However, being here in the building and seeing friendly faces in the halls has been a great relief, and they made that a possibility for many of us here today. High school is a time of figurative and literal growth for everyone. When I came here 4 years ago, I was a shy, mousy, and all-around timid student who stood just under 5 feet. I was afraid to speak up in class, and I withdrew from most of my peers. To me, high school was something to rush through as quickly and painlessly as possible. In 9th grade, I thought I knew what I wanted and who I wanted to be. I had a very clear image of my future. I was going to mature into a responsible citizen, study STEM, and become the respectable, responsible, professional woman I had always thought I would be. The question of whether I'd be comfortable in this role never crossed my mind. Long Trail exposed me to a variety of role models. I saw women who were comfortable filling that role, and professionals whose experience extended beyond that image. It showed me that I would never be a woman or that woman, but more importantly, that I could be something and someone else. I am nothing like I imagined I would be, and I'm incredibly grateful for that, because I'm myself. I believe that each one of my classmates has a similar story to share. Long Trail has demanded from each of us a level of introspection, sincerity, and reflection seldom found elsewhere, especially in a high school setting. We are pushed to see ourselves and each other not as we wish to be, but as we are. This allows us to build community and to truly come to know and appreciate each other. I can stand before you today and sincerely say that I am grateful to have known every one of my classmates. I stand before you proudly 5'1", with more confidence and honesty than I thought possible in 9th grade. I'd like to end with some words given to me by a past staff member, Kim Murphy. Before I left for the out west trip in 10th grade, she sat and talked me through my nerves. We had not talked all that much before, and yet she was honest, she was kind, and she knew exactly what to say to comfort me. In a time of figurative and literal isolation, I received a card from her, the front of which read, "What should I be but just what I am?" Long Trail has given us the tools we need to grow into ourselves. May we continue to do so.
Good afternoon, I'm Jaden.
When we were 5, they asked us what we wanted to be when we grew up. We replied with things like princess, president, mermaid, or in my case, an artist. When we were 10, they asked us the same question. We replied things like photographer, veterinarian, doctor, art historian. Now we're grown up and they want a serious answer. But this isn't the time to make hard and fast decisions. This is the time to make mistakes and to know it's okay to make mistakes. Be late to class. Take the wrong train. Put a fork in the microwave. Change your mind and keep changing it. So make as many mistakes as you can and continue to learn. That way, when they ask us what we want to be, we will already be it. Thank you to the teachers for not only guiding us through the curriculum, but for unselfishly lending your knowledge to us. You've helped guide me in discovering who I want to be, not just what job or major I want. Thank you also to my family, who despite my consideration of a less than financially rewarding career, continue to support me. I'm grateful to Long Trail School, the vessel for my growth and development for the past 4 years. I express my deepest gratitude and congratulations to my fellow graduates who have been through extreme hardships. We began high school as children, but we're leaving here as adults. Wherever we go and whatever we do, I wish that you strive to be nothing other than yourselves.
My name is Benjamin Willett, and I'm not going to bore you with a speech because I didn't write one. So I thought since my musical career started here, I would commemorate that by performing for you. So here you go.
Thank you to my classmates for sharing your experiences, special readings, and talents. Honestly, great stuff, guys. At this time, I invite Seth, John, and Mary Ellen to the stage. John will share a message from one of our trustees to our IB students following the awarding of diplomas.
Hi, I'm John Moser, the head of the board. I love giving long speeches. What do you guys think? One thing I have learned is never give a speech after hearing this. You guys were awesome. Great job. Very inspiring. I did have some things to say here, but I'm not going to say them because you guys said it all. I'm not nearly, even a little bit surprised that this school was able to pull this off this year because of the students on this table, on this dais with me, because of you parents and the teachers in this school. And I think hopefully you guys all heard in the last hour and a half, the culture of this school is what will endure and endure and endure. Thank you, Dave and Rene, for that. You really have created something special. I'm starting to well up, and that's not a good thing for any of us. So I have two jobs here. One, to say on behalf of the board, who spends tireless hours thinking about this school and how to help you guys make all this happen. Congratulations. You guys are better prepared than I ever was in high school to go on to college and everything else. And I literally cannot wait to see what you guys bring back to this school, to our community, and to the world at large. You guys are going to make an impact, and so thank you, and I cannot wait to see what you do. Yes. Okay. One of my board mates and good friend, Sue Bastian, could not be here, but she is an international baccalaureate expert around the world, known around the world. I'd like to read a note from her to you guys who have now actually made that big move. So first, she will say, "Congratulations, IB champions. This is a glad happiness day. Aren't you glad you dared to take the diploma road? And aren't you glad it's over? Happiness is all around us today. Can you feel it? We now enshrine your names in a Long Trail Learner Profile Gallery. You cared, you dared, you are a risk taker, principled and thoughtful, inquiring and reflective, and more, and perhaps essential to your achievement today, tomorrow, and the years to come. You had perseverance, that popular trope that the school now calls resilience, better known as good old-fashioned grit. For this, Sue Bastian says, I salute you on this great, glad, happiness day. Congratulations."
So now is our favorite time, and the big reason why we're all here is the awarding of diplomas. So let's get started. So first up, a full diploma candidate, IB candidate, Dami Adupojo. You can take. Next up, Jaden Kyung Boon Bak. Isa Blankenbaker. McKinley Remmel. Austin E. Carr. Christine Dominic. Estella Dulis. Soren Erickson. Jaren Gallo. Henry Harding. Timothy Keeler. Rachel Allison Lynn. Emma Herrick Louiscart. Jade Celeste Morantz. Audra Grace Marcus. Maya Marcy. Georgia McClellan. Abigail Lynn Miga Coombs. Joshua Miga Coombs. Lucinda Monder. Cade Morris. Mamie Beth Mulder. Kylie M. Noblet. Ben Park. Molly Jane Sanderson. Alexander Charles Stefarak. Charlie Page Tift. Sophia Vickery. Lily Wildman. Chamberlain James Willett.
I would like to ask the class of 2021 to rise. Please, now let's see the last set of instructions. Please hold your diploma in your left hand and your right tassel in your right hand. Dean Miga, have the 31 splendid seniors before us fulfilled all of our high academic, ethical, and character requirements?
Yes, they have.
Every single one. Class of 2021, please move your tassel from the right to the left. By the authority vested in me by the state of Vermont and the LTS faculty and trustees, I am delighted to proclaim you graduates of the Long Trail School. Congratulations!
Thank you, Seth, and congratulations, graduates. Our high school experience in this year in particular has been a wild ride, and I could not be more proud of us. We've already accomplished so much as a class, on the stage, in the classroom, and on the field, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for us. We have all shown such strength, determination, and perseverance through adversity, and I'm so honored to be graduating alongside such an amazing group of students and young adults. To my fellow graduates, take the values of integrity, kindness, openness, social responsibility that we have learned here and bring them forward into your future endeavors. Strive for greatness and apply the lessons learned here at LTS, and you will surely succeed. I will now leave you with a quote from rapper Tupac Shakur. Never surrender. It's about the faith you've got. Don't ever stop. Just push it till you hit the top. And if you drop, at least you know that you gave it all to be true to you. That way you can never fall. Thank you all, and congratulations, class of 2021. Oh, might be. My bad about that. I asked the graduates to rise. In keeping with tradition, we will now ring the school bell commemorating our time at Long Trail School. And there'll be one bell toll thing for each graduate. So there's gonna be a lot.